While most Americans watch their heating bills soar each winter, the Amish, over 360,000 strong, have discovered how to stay cozy without relying on modern heating systems. Even more remarkable, they manage to keep large homes comfortably warm, spaces that would send most energy bills through the roof. If they can achieve this level of efficiency, isn't it time we uncovered their secrets? Let's dive into how the Amish keep warm and explore how adopting their techniques could help you slash your heating costs. One of the Amish community's most innovative heating methods is the rocket mass heater. While many modern homeowners rely on conventional fireplaces, this age-old heating system delivers incredible efficiency in warming large areas. Think of a rocket mass heater as the high-performance sports car of wood-burning stoves. It's sleek, effective, and gets the job done with surprisingly little fuel. Unlike traditional fireplaces, which devour wood like there's no tomorrow, a rocket mass heater can keep your space warm for hours with just a few branches. Its efficiency lies in its smart design. A typical fireplace sends much of its heat and your money straight up the chimney, while a rocket mass heater works more like a heat bank. The fire burns intensely in a specially designed chamber, reaching temperatures so high that nearly all the wood is converted into usable heat instead of smoke. This heat is absorbed by a thermal mass, often made of cob, brick, or stone, which acts like a battery, radiating warmth long after the fire burns out. Here's the exciting part. A single, small load of wood, about the size of your arm, can keep producing heat for 12 to 24 hours. Imagine loading it up in the morning and still feeling cozy warmth when you head to bed. These heaters are so effective they can maintain a steady temperature of 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit in areas as large as 2,000 square feet. Perfect for family gatherings or winter projects like quilting. But before you start dreaming of warm nights, there are a few things to keep in mind. Proper ventilation is key, requiring a well-designed chimney to safely expel combustion gases. Although setting it up might take some effort, the payoff is enormous. Some users report using up to 80% less wood than traditional fireplaces. As an added bonus, many rocket mass heaters have a flat top surface that doubles as a cooking station or water heater. Imagine simmering a pot of stew or boiling water while your home stays warm. It's a level of efficiency that feels uniquely Amish. When wood supplies run low, the Amish often turn to another time-tested heating solution, the coal stove. Particularly common in Pennsylvania and Ohio, where coal is abundant, these reliable stoves have been a cornerstone of Amish heating practices for generations. Coal stoves are like endurance athletes, they just keep going. While wood stoves require frequent tending, a properly loaded coal stove can deliver steady heat for 12 to 24 hours on a single load. That means no midnight trips to stoke the fire, an especially welcome feature during frigid winter nights. The Amish typically place these stoves in basements or on the first floor, where they can heat an entire home through strategic ventilation. Here's a clever trick they use. When their coal stove is in the basement, they install ventilation shafts in the floor above. On especially cold days, they pour a little water near these shafts, and as it evaporates, it helps circulate heat more effectively throughout the house, essentially creating a primitive yet efficient whole house humidifier. Let's talk numbers for a moment. When it comes to heating costs, coal stoves can be surprisingly economical over time. In coal mining regions, a ton of coal typically costs between $100 and $150, and that's enough to heat a modest-sized home for an entire month during the winter. Compare that to the average American family's monthly heating bill, which ranges from $200 to $300, and it's easy to see why the Amish stick with this tried and true method. Of course, coal stoves aren't without their challenges. The initial investment can be hefty, with good quality stoves costing anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000. Then there's the inevitable coal dust. Think of it as an unwelcome house guest that never knows when to leave. Proper ventilation is also a must, since coal burning produces more emissions than wood. But the Amish have perfected these systems over generations, mastering both the installation and maintenance needed to make them work seamlessly. What truly makes coal stoves shine is their reliability. Unlike wood fires, which can be unpredictable, coal burns at a steady, consistent temperature, delivering dependable warmth day and night. It's like having a loyal workhorse. Load it up, adjust the dampers, and it'll keep your home comfortable without complaint. In fact, some Amish families have used the same coal stove for over 50 years. Talk about getting your money's worth. As one Amish farmer put it, a good coal stove is like a good horse. Treat it right, and it'll serve you faithfully for years. Now, stepping into slightly more modern territory, let's explore another favorite Amish heating method: heaters powered by propane, kerosene, or natural gas. At first glance, these might seem out of sync with the Amish way of life, but they actually fit in beautifully. These heaters don't require electricity, aligning perfectly with Amish values while providing efficient heating solutions. Think of them as the sprinters of the heating world, quick to start and immediately effective. Unlike coal or wood stoves, which need time to warm up, these heaters deliver instant coziness. Just light one up, and within minutes, the chill of a long day's work in the fields melts away. When it comes to convenience, these heaters are hard to beat. There's no ash to clean up, no wood to chop, and no coal dust to deal with. Many models are even portable, so they can move with you from room to room. It's like having a warm, loyal companion following you wherever you go. Cost-wise, propane or kerosene heaters are relatively budget-friendly. A typical Amish family might spend around $20 to $25 per month on fuel during the winter, which is still significantly less than the average American heating bill. Plus, with basic models starting at $200 to $300, the upfront investment is manageable. Of course, there are a few downsides. Proper ventilation is essential to ensure safety, and fuel costs can fluctuate depending on market conditions. But the Amish have this down to an art, often buying fuel in bulk during the off-season to keep costs low. The real beauty of these heaters lies in their flexibility. Whether you need quick warmth for a small workspace or steady heat for a large family room, there's a model to fit the job perfectly. Here's where it gets even more creative. The Amish have found a way to make their lighting systems double as heating sources. Without electricity, they've mastered the art of multifunctional solutions, and their gas-powered lighting is no exception. These systems deliver two benefits for the price of one. A standout example is the mantle lamp. Typically equipped with 2 to 4 mantles, these lamps not only light up a room, but also raise the temperature by 3 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Running on propane or natural gas, they act like tiny space heaters while providing ample illumination for evening quilting or reading. The real MVPs, however, are the wall-mounted gas sconces. Strategically placed throughout living spaces, these fixtures create a network of mini heat sources that work together to keep homes comfortable. It's like having a team of small radiators pulling double duty as lighting fixtures. The Amish often install these in common areas where families gather in the evenings, making them a central feature of their winter heating strategy. This system's brilliance lies in its efficiency. During the shorter winter days when lights are on more frequently, these fixtures provide warmth exactly when and where it's needed. While the heat they produce might seem modest in a well-insulated Amish home, every degree counts. And since the lights are already on, any warmth they generate is essentially free. an ingenious solution that embodies the resourcefulness of Amish living. This system isn't just ingenious, it's remarkably cost-effective too. A typical gas lamp only uses about $15 to $20 worth of fuel per month. But here's the kicker. It covers both your lighting and supplemental heating needs. In true Amish fashion, it's a solution that's practical and resourceful, making the most of what's available. Here's a fun little tidbit. On especially cold evenings, Amish families often gather in the same room, soaking up the combined warmth of multiple gas lamps. It's not just about staying warm, it's about fostering a cozy atmosphere that brings everyone closer together. Now let's turn up the heat with yet another brilliant Amish heating solution, the masonry heater. Imagine a wood stove, but on steroids and with a PhD in heat efficiency. These heating systems, constructed from dense materials like brick, stone, or concrete, are absolute champions at maximizing warmth from a minimal amount of wood. What makes them stand out from simpler wood-burning stoves is their uncanny ability to store heat and release it slowly over time. Here's how they work. It all starts in a compact combustion chamber where the fire burns intensely. But instead of letting all that valuable heat escape up the chimney, the masonry heater traps it within its thick walls. Think of it as a thermal battery, charging quickly and then slowly releasing warmth over the next 24 hours. The result? A heater so efficient it can keep multiple rooms warm for an entire day with just 1 or 2 fires. Light it in the morning, and it'll still be radiating cozy heat when you wake up the next day. And talk about clean burning. Masonry heaters are so efficient that you'll hardly see any smoke from the chimney, just a faint shimmer of heat rising into the crisp winter air. Many Amish families install these heaters in their living rooms, turning them into natural gathering spots during cold days. The surface of the heater stays warm, but not so hot that it's dangerous, making it a safe and welcoming place to warm up. Some families even build benches around them, perfect for thawing out after a chilly walk outside. The key difference between a masonry heater and a regular wood stove, it's all about the heat delivery. While a wood stove blasts out intense heat that fades quickly once the fire dies, a masonry heater takes a marathoner's approach, steady, consistent warmth that lasts all day. It's like comparing a quick sprint to a long, steady run. Both get the job done, but the masonry heater is all about efficiency and endurance. Now that we've explored how the Amish heat their homes, it's equally important to understand how they keep all that precious warmth inside. While many people crank up their thermostats to fight off the cold, the Amish rely on clever architectural design that even modern energy experts would applaud. First up, let's talk floor plans. Amish homes are designed with precision, not too big, not too small, just right for maintaining comfortable temperatures without wasting heat on unused spaces. They arrange their rooms thoughtfully, ensuring warmth flows naturally throughout the house. Typically, a central living area acts as the home's heating hub, with adjacent rooms positioned to benefit from the shared heat. And here's where it gets really clever. Their approach to window placement is nothing short of genius. South-facing windows aren't just there for the view, they're a built-in passive solar heating system. During the winter months when the sun is lower in the sky, these windows capture maximum sunlight, turning every ray into free, natural heat. It's like having the sun itself pitch in to keep the house warm, but the real magic lies in the Amish use of low ceilings and lofted spaces. Remember that science lesson about heat rising? The Amish take full advantage of this principle. Lower ceilings keep warm air concentrated at human height, where it's most useful rather than letting it drift into wasted upper space. And those lofted areas where family members often sleep, they're naturally warmer because all that rising heat collects near the top of the house. It's a design that creates what you might call a heat hierarchy. Living areas and bedrooms stay comfortably warm, while less used spaces, like storage areas, remain cooler. Altogether, these smart design choices give Amish homes their unique warmth and efficiency. It's a blend of practicality and ingenuity that keeps the cold at bay, no matter how frosty the winter gets. All these strategies work together in harmony, ensuring the Amish stay warm without wasting precious heating resources. Here's an interesting detail. Many Amish homes are built facing east to soak up the morning sun. Talk about starting your day on the warm side of the bed. Another critical factor in keeping their homes cozy is the masterful use of thermal mass. At the heart of this technique is soapstone, a dense, heat-retaining material often referred to as nature's own thermal battery. This remarkable stone has been a staple in Amish heating practices long before modern systems were even conceptualized. Here's how it works. When placed near heat sources, soapstone absorbs warmth much like a sponge absorbs water. However, it doesn't release that heat all at once. Instead, it radiates it slowly over 6 to 8 hours after the heat source has burned out. You'll often find soapstone blocks positioned near stoves or heaters in Amish living rooms, quietly maintaining warmth through the day and night. But soapstone is just one piece of the puzzle. Many Amish homes incorporate a variety of heat-storing materials. Clay walls, for example, act as thermal batteries, absorbing warmth during the day and releasing it at night. Brick interior walls double as structural supports and efficient heat reservoirs. Even ceramic tiles and stone flooring aren't just for aesthetics, they're integral to a comprehensive thermal mass strategy designed to keep homes naturally comfortable. Imagine this practical scenario. An Amish family places several soapstone blocks around their masonry heater during the day. As the fire blazes, the stones heat up. Once the fire burns out in the evening, the stones take over, radiating warmth throughout the night. It's like a relay race where heat is passed seamlessly from one source to the next. The brilliance of this system lies in its simplicity and efficiency. Unlike modern heating systems that cycle on and off, thermal mass offers steady, consistent warmth. Think of it as sipping from a steady stream versus gulping from a fire hose. The end result is the same, but one method is far more comfortable and efficient. Now let's crunch some numbers to see just how much the Amish save with their traditional methods. Brace yourself, these figures might make your heating bill feel like daylight robbery. The average American family spends $1,500 to $2,500 per winter season to heat their home. Meanwhile, Amish families spend a mere fraction of that, about 60% less, or $600 to $1,000 per season. That's enough savings to invest in a whole collection of hand-stitched quilts. But the Amish approach to heating isn't just about saving money, it's a matter of sweat equity. Yes, there's physical labor involved in chopping wood, maintaining stoves, and managing coal supplies. Yet, when you're saving upwards of $1,000 per winter, that extra work suddenly seems worth it. As one Amish farmer aptly put it, we heat ourselves twice with wood, once when chopping it and once when burning it. Here's a breakdown of the costs based on the heating method. A family primarily using wood might spend $300 to $400 per season on fuel, plus their labor. Coal users invest around $500 to $600 in fuel. Families relying on propane heaters typically budget $700 to $800 for the season. Compare this to the average American's monthly heating bill of $200 to $300 during winter, and the Amish savings become undeniable. But the most impressive aspect isn't just the cost savings, it's the sustainability of their methods. While modern heating systems often require expensive repairs or replacements every 10 to 15 years, Many Amish heating solutions endure for generations with basic maintenance. That coal stove in the basement, it's likely older than your grandparents and still working like a charm.